So the reason that Puducherry is located here, very Ur Vandachi or Chennai or any big city, first thing is fresh water availability. Irukira thanni irukana inge mattum Ur vara. Now, can you imagine where a source in the fresh water? Marai, one source. Marai illena ingelande kurikira thanni vara. அடுத்து என்ன இருக்கு? சென்னை பக்கத்துல, தஞ்சாவூர் பக்கத்துல என்ன இருக்கு? திருச்சி ஒரு பெரிய சோர்ஸ் இருக்கு ஃப்ரெஷ் வாட்டர். திருச்சி பக்கத்துல என்ன? what is the famous natural feature in திருச்சி? இல்லைன்னா மதுரை or
river.
Yeah. So olden days, if there is no fresh water, no city growing. If there is lot of fresh water, then big city growing. Lot of fresh water means you need like a river. Yeah. Or you need small city, you need small river. Rama, you need canal or kulam. Then Rama will come. One day illana, Marayu one day, where will you hold the water? Nowhere to hold, store பண்ணல. மழை வந்துச்சு, 1 day 2 day அப்புறம் போயிடுச்சு. 1 month மழை இருக்க அப்புறம் போயிடுச்சு. Then another 11 months no rain. Store the water for the whole period. So that's the reason that Puducherry exists here, because this kulam provided when there was nothing here and mane illa kutti Vinagoy Grama irukona. The time the Madri Kulam, fresh water Kotana, then slowly Pondi became bigger and bigger. Then Pondi na illa, there is no Pondi. Chennai na inna irukku. In Chennai, why Chennai exists?
Water.
No water problem. But hundreds of years ago, how did Chennai start?
Yes.
Yeah.
Water.
Chennai, any river is there in Chennai? Chennai, or irukka? Chennai?
இருக்கு.
There are 2-3 rivers in Chennai. Adiyar River,
Kuvam.
Then south of Chennai, Palar. Yeah? Adiyar River. But now if you Chennai போயிடுச்சு, visit Chennai.
போயிருக்கியா? சென்னைக்கு போயிருக்கியா?
போகலையா? இப்போ சென்னை ரிவர் பார்த்தோன்னா no drinking, you can't drink that water. Black ஆயிடுச்சு. கலர் தண்ணி கலரே கட்டுதா? ஏன்? சக்கரை தண்ணி. Yeah. Toilet water, bathing water எல்லாம் மிக்ஸ் ஆயிடுச்சு. கம்பெனி இண்டஸ்ட்ரி, கரெக்ட்.
Good.
Company oil.
Good.
Roadside pollution, tar oil, everything entering into the river. But at that time, 200, 500, 1000 years ago, water was clean. Cleaner water. So that time it was possible to do all that. So, do you have any piece of paper? You have that. Can you just take out a piece of paper?
I have.
Yes.
Yes, I have. Yes, please. Pen good.
It's a good paper, no?
Yeah, you can use it.
I'll use. I just need a waste paper. So now, let's say model. You know the meaning of the word model?
மாதிரி இதை மாதிரி அதை மாதிரி செய்கிறது மாடல். இப்போ என்ன மாதிரி ஒரு மாடல் செய்யணும்னா ஒரு களிமண்ணில் செய்கிறல்ல, என்ன ஒரு களிமண் கொடுத்தோன்னா கணேசன் மாதிரி ஒரு இது செய்வதில்ல, அது கணேசன் மாடல். இது அதுதான் மாடல்.
Because in your class you make a model of a temple. You can do a drawing model, it can be flat, or you can do paper, you can do that model.
ஆரிகமின்னா இந்த பேப்பரில் செய்வாங்க தெரியுமா? பேப்பரில் பூ செய்கிறது, கப்பல் செய்கிறது, ஃபேன் செய்கிறது, பாக்ஸு.
So all of that is like a model. You can real flower to it. But also with paper or something else, you can make a model of the flower. So some, like same thing, you look at the landscape, not landscape. Landscape means everything that you see around and
கண்ணு முன்னாடி பார்க்குறது, உன் கண்ணு முன்னாடி பார்க்குற அந்த காட்சி இருக்குல்ல, இல்லை இப்போ இங்கேருந்து பார்த்தோம்னாக்க இது ஒரு இது தோணுது இல்லை, இது தெரியுது இல்லை, இதுதான் லேண்ட்ஸ்கேப். நிலப்பரப்பு, நிலத்தினுடைய காட்சி.
definition of landscape, 4 or 5 types of landscape.
Yeah. குறிஞ்சி, மருதம், நெய்தல், மலை. அதான்
4 types. So all of that is giving an idea. So you may not have gone to Malay folio, but you are reading about it. And you are seeing a picture, drawing, or you are seeing a TV and you are showing it. Yeah? So same way, there is a landscape. And in that landscape, there is always going to be water, rainwater falling, or water flowing. So now in our area, I'm going to do a simple model of landscape. Very easy method. I'm going to take piece of paper and I'm going to sample it. Like the sample it. Then I'll open it again. Okay. Now if I place this here, this is approximately like our landscape. Landscape, there is surface ground area, column area, vehicle area, canal area, and below the ground also there is soil. Above the ground, trees are there, grass, plant, many things are there, and all of that. So that ground layer, surface of the ground, I'm making a model. That model, you need a few things. Suppose I have rainfall falling, the rainwater, cloud on the cloud is coming from this side. This is the sea. Cloud is coming from this side. Then cloud stops, slow stop, slow down. Over here it is raining. It does not come on this side. Indian Malay changing, it starts flowing. Okay? Drop and it starts flowing. Okay. So now suppose water is falling over here. Water is flowing. Will the water go on this side? No. Why? Because of the slope, gravity. Water that is falling over here, here. Suppose water is falling over here. Will it go on this side? Because the slope is coming on this side. Yes, exactly. Which means that there is a line like this. Line. Imagine. It's called ridge line.
அந்த சுருக்கத்திலே ஒரு கோடு தெரியுது பாரு, இல்லையா?
This line is the highest point. The road is down. So this small area here, here at the height. That is down. So if you go over here, the water or bucket will go over here, it will go in that bucket. It won't come in this side. If water is falling on that pond, it will stay inside the pond. Can it come out of the pond? How can it come out of the pond?
எப்போ வரும்?
Is not stopping. They can close my number. Full light. And after it flows, then it will overflow. Then after the water has to look for the smallest, lowest part to come out. Okay? Then it might come. When it comes out, it will like come over. Look around you. So when it is filling up, there is an outlet created. Electric अपने inside को, not come this side, because they have designed it. If not there, then all sides, the noise coming from that side the water is flowing up. So, just think about it. This open area to be rainfall fall, and we want the inflow, like a mixer, there might be outflow. Similar kind of maybe only one outflow. So similarly in the natural landscape, we have this high mountains, and we have low mountains.
அது மார்க்கர் கூட
We have mountains. The color is
லைட் ப்ளூ.
so now with this, we will see rain is falling here. Okay? Go around this line. Go around this line. Come like this. Go this way. From here to come down. So you just see the existing trees in color. So you just follow the existing trees, and you can make out where the water is going to be. Just So this is an approximation of the landscape. So the water is flowing, interconnecting. Yeah? Sometimes in some areas like this, there might be a Kulam, some junction points. Over here at the top, there might be a curved Kulam. Some areas it might be a circular Kulam. So you have all different kinds of landscape, and different areas there are different features which will allow that to spread out. So over here, for example, a flat edge, open edge. So here is like a delta madri. Everything is spreading out. All these areas. Here you can already see nade line irukku. One line over here. This is joining. Where's the cap?
Then ಕೂಡ
So our landscape all around for this particular feature here, that is under this part is going to provide water. Inge mane pencina inge bara mata because it is up and this is down. So only this section will give water to this area. Yeah. For this area, this whole section will give water. Because this is at the bottom. Complete bottom. Huh? Adipagati. Flat and also the lowest point. Maybe over here, the sea is located here. So this is called catchment or watershed. So you have to remember these words. You have a notebook? Not.
You can use this notebook.
Oh,
Yeah. Yes, any page.
start from the back. So first we discussed about ponds, and then we are talking about catchment, watershed. So now this pond is where water is getting saved, for some period of time. So kulam madri vera enna feature irukku, natural feature irukku where water is getting saved.
தண்ணி சேமிச்சு வைக்கிற மாதிரி வேற என்னென்ன இருக்குது இயற்கையில்? குளத்தோட
Water, let's say on the surface, on the ground.
நேச்சுரலா
The surface nala, underground is below surface. This is separate topic. On the surface, India. So we talked about Tichi. Enna irukku Tichi la? Aaru irukku. Enna aaru? What is the name of the river? Famous river of Tamil Nadu. Kaveri, Tamil Nadu. Tichi பக்கத்துல. திருச்சி பக்கத்துல ஒரு பெரிய ஆறு இருக்கு. Kaveri. So like that is a river. So you have ponds, you have rivers, and there are also other features. Pond is kulam.
பெரிய குளம் என்ன?
பெரிய kulam.
குளத்துல பெரிய குளம் கிட்ட இருக்கடா ஜெயந்தம் வர ஏரியா.
So what is that type of water is Eri.
ஏரி.
It's the word Eri. Have you heard of other places also where water is getting stored?
ஊர்னியா?
Sir has made this drama. இன்னைக்கு மத்தியானம் ஒரு drama இருக்கு. கவிதாக்கா. What is the name of the drama? Uni. What is the meaning of Uni? Find out. Find out. What is the meaning of the word Uni? There are other words also. Tangal. Many words in Tamil literature about how water is
Stored.
Paneer, article. Water body. It mainly comes from water body, general term. Ocean is also a big water body. Massive. Lake is a big water body. In our area, in Tamil Nadu, we don't have. So sometimes water bodies, all the sides is closed, like this pond. All side closed. Raised the lake. Water will get stored. But our area is not like that. Area only one side has raising. One area, only one side is over here. This part, only one side is raised. So, because of that, we have like a crescent curve now here. And the water comes and gets, so whatever rain is falling here, it's all coming like this and getting stored over there. So most of our areas, all the directions bunding in here, raising. But because of the slope, it is like a natural gentle bund. On one side, raised connected. So, like this, when we tap open the native, we want water in our home. So, if you raise it like this, it will fall down. If you make it slightly like this, then it will be a save over here it becomes shallow. This is the shape. Here, height it can. In this gentle slope it can. Listen. So, there will be a like this. So different ways that water can be stored. Even day-to-day life also, depending on our need, we hold water differently. Putting water in our mouth, we take like this. We're doing some puja,
Yagam
or something. some program, then you keep it like this. So you want it to flow gently and softly into the right? And you change the direction. So all of this is a kind of bundle, water holding system, bundle. So this is types of water bodies. This is types of flowing water bodies.
Flowing na ஓடுறது.
So here all these places water is getting held. It won't be moving much. You come here, the Kulamla Malay one engine will be in one place. But here you put a vehicle over there, outflow, then water will be flowing out. Only when there is over water, surplus, extra water, very water flowing out there. Vehicle. So, rivers, streams, canals, then you have like this vehicle, which is like a man-made structure to allow water to flow from one place to another. And the purpose of that vehicle is, this pond has limited capacity. But if you have 10 ponds, your capacity of storing is increasing. So that vehicle will flow into another pond somewhere else. There is a network of ponds. So it is like nature. Natural landscape is similar. Over here water is flowing into this, then some water is going that side. From here water will come into some other pond located over here. And then overflow of that will go to the next pond. Up to down, this vehicle structure is created. So you have some types of static, I call this static water bodies and flowing water bodies. But the water that is inside this pond, let's say, one it is coming from the wind, the other it is coming from this flow, upstream vehicle, inflow. If Madai wanted to say, but if there is some vehicle on that side, it will come up this side, maybe stairs. Down, we'll talk about particular height ladder. So you have rain is one parameter, rainfall. We have different kinds of rainfall. Slow rainfall, summer rainfall, storm, and monsoon for a long period of time, 1 month, 30 days, 35 days. So you have different types of rainfall. And most importantly, you have this catchment. It's an area on which all the water will be flowing towards that particular point. So for Aayi Kulam also, there is a catchment area. Now of course we have built height, this height, full height connection. So water that is flowing there will not come from this direction or immediately. But if you see that side, the houses are. That side is a bit lower. So from there, water comes coming to the Aayi Kulam. So this understanding this catchment is also very important to know from where water can come inside. Not only can be straight directly pouring into the pond. But then this catchment from which water is coming is also important. And as you were saying, pollution. This polluted water in the catchment, toilet water, car, bandi, sometimes the air also can infect water, but usually we have something directly connected to the water, going into the water is good. So in your bathing water, we told, no? Then agriculture nariya pesticide killing rats, killing insects, etc. But that pesticide, if it enters into your drinking water, the drinking water also becomes contaminated. So understanding this catchment is very important. Types of water bodies, types of flowing water bodies, catchment. This catchment, you can have many catchment, the single catchment can have like this, but you can also have a bigger catchment. This whole thing is a catchment. From small section for this area, you have a smaller catchment like this. For this one, you have another catchment like this. And here you have another catchment. And over here you have another catchment. So, but this whole thing, from one catchment to another catchment, water is flowing. So it is like a network of catchments. So this paper has become a bit messy. Next time we will do it in a more cleaner fashion. But we have watershed, then we have mini watershed, we have micro watershed, nano watershed. You understand these words? Mini, micro, nano, macro.
மேக்ரோன்னா ரொம்ப பெருசுடா, மினின்னா ரொம்ப சின்னது, மைக்ரோன்னா இன்னும் ரொம்ப சின்னது. மைக்ரோ ஆர்கானிசம் சொல்கிறோம்ல, கண்ணால் பார்க்க முடியுமா? இல்லை, மைக்ரோஸ்கோப் போனால் தான் வச்சு பார்க்கல, அதனால் ரொம்ப சின்னது. அதோட மினினா பார்க்கலாம், பொடிசாக இருக்கும். மேக்ரோன்னா கண்ணே மறைக்கும், அவ்வளோ பெருசு. ஓகே.
So, like that, every watershed, you have a big one. Within the big one, you have smaller subsection. Within that, again, one inside the mini watershed also another subsection. Like that, you have to think of watershed. So, concept of cascade. So, the water in a pond or a river requires this cascade. The biggest, in terms of definition, the biggest one is basin. River basin.
காவேரி பேசின் கேள்விப்பட்டீங்களா? காவேரி பேசின், ரிவர் பேசின் பெருசு.
Kaveri is like 600 kilometers down here. All the area is, but not only down the river. River is might be only like this, but this whole area, wherever it rains, is coming into this. That is called a basin. Area. The ocean is also like a basin. Something like that. Bay of Bengal. Like a big cup. It is like a very cup. Bucket. If the baby cannot, they give a bath with a cup. Water will not come out of the cup. So the sea is also like a cup. Kulam is like a cup. So water is coming from this stagnant rainfall water. The second is flowing into the pond, through the river. That water is coming into the pond. That is, yeah, natural. With the natural thing, water is coming into the pond. Under the ground. Some small vessels above the surface and above. You also have subsurface. The we talked about is surface water. Surface. Surface. But there is also something below this surface. Yeah? Subsurface. Ground. The ground. That is also called groundwater. So now over here, if I draw one landscape. And this is, say, Puducherry, for example. This is the Bay of Bengal.
Beach.
Samundar. In Tamil, what do you say?
Bangala Viriguda.
Bangala Viriguda, it's a sea, right? Kadal. Yeah. So the sea is over here. And somewhere over here, let's say, is Aayi Kulam. We are now sitting over here. Right? And right over here is Aayi Kulam. Then it is going even up on the side position of Metupalayam. It's going up again. Huh? Yes.
Higher.
Kanaganeri, if you go a little more that side, you'll have Kanaganeri, let's say over here.
அடுத்தது
Pedia.
இந்த ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் பின்னாடி இருக்குல்லடா, ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் கதிர்காம் ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் பின்னாடி இருக்குல்ல அது.
Medical hospital backside, Kannaganni area இருக்கு. Another place you come, Velrampet.
வேல்ராம்பட்டு தேங்காய் திட்டு கிட்ட இருக்கு.
Then further you come, Kumbhakam. You heard Kumbhakam. Then further you come, then Thengaitittu. So this whole section is
அது கிட்ட இருக்கு, பீச் கிட்ட இருக்கு.
Thengaitittu. So let's say I give a name over here. So this is Thengaitittu. This is Kumbhakam. Sorry, his handwriting is
வேல்ராம்பட்டு
Velrampet. This
கனகன்
is Kannagan. And this is Aayi Kulam.
ஆயி.
So, what is the main feature here? This is up and this is down. And this line where the sea is, sea also sometimes goes up. Every day there is a tide. Tide thing.
அலை
Water going up, water going down. Look at it. Night time. Night time wave. Yes. Okay. We'll talk about geography more later. But land and sea. Land is getting hot faster. Sea gets hot slowly. We'll talk about that later. Cooling, heating, cooling daily. The same drama pattern is going on. Land getting heat quickly, cooling down quickly. Sea getting heat slowly, cooling down slowly. Because of that, there is wind movement. Later, wind direction from sea to the land, or land to the sea. It happens. Evening on the wind direction will change for one reason. And that wind direction, the winds is causing the waves. So there is something that's happening. It's called tide. Because of the moon and the sun, gravity. Water waves at the water itself will go up. So normal time, say this is the level of the water, sea level. But there is something called high tide. Daily Puducherry high tide 2 time was. And low tide 2 time was. So this is your average sea called mean sea level. Then during high tide, water level will come over here by about, say, less than 1 meter. Less than 1 meter. And during low tide, water level will come below. Actually, it is, we'll make it 0.5 meter. So if this is the zero mean sea level, then in low tide it will go down minus 0.5 meter. High tide go up 0.5 meter. High tide. So when this water goes up and down, it goes up, then Kanni Ullavara. In Thengaitittu. I've been to Thengaitittu. Okay. Sometimes you go, you'll notice smell on there. Lot of smell. Sometimes you go, there is no smell. There is no smell, it is because the water has come down low tide. Kanni Velila Poichu. High tide, Kanni increase it. Hello, Kanni has gone up. Lot of water, a lot of biological microorganism, active. It's releasing gas, action activity. Kanni Poichina activity kami aachu. So you have that kind of condition. So that gives water, salt water on the sand. So Mari Tanni Mela Poichina, Uppu Tanni Ullavara. Mari Tanni Kila Poichina, Uppu Tanni Ullavara. And over here it will mix. But over here all this water is fresh water, sweet water. They are mixing. So that is also affecting water. But one important thing is all the rain, suppose Malay all the rain comes here and it flows in this direction. Yeah. And it is also flowing, getting stored in all of these places. But water is also, after it falls on the soil, ingi tanni pochina it will flow. And here if you pour water, some of it will get absorbed. Yeah? Why is that? Pour water here or even behind you. See, they made a